There are many vast definitions with a difficult word, but when you go for the conclusion, that conclusion is this: when you are talking to yourself, that is spirituality.
It is just not related to the God, or the it is just not a religious meaning to itself.
And I would say that spirituality always gives you the positivity, and it always brings positive things in your life.
Like they are actually living in a hell.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another activity, which is group discussion. So, in today's group discussion activity, we have got the batch Shields, and they have got a very interesting topic to discuss about. So, guys, your today's topic is going to be all about spirituality. So, you got to discuss what spirituality is and how it impacts and builds our life. So, I hope you all are ready. Yes. All right. So, who would like to start first?
Okay, so my point of view on spirituality is it's all about being positive, making your surroundings positive, believing in yourself, self-worth, self-care. It's all about that. I think is spirituality is another thing that Didi said. How it impacts our life. About talking about self-care or self-worth, many people suffer from a phenomenon that is called FOMO, the fear of missing out. It is actually a very real phenomenon that I'm sure many of us experience, even me sometimes. But however, with mindfulness, being positive, it can uh, you can you can cover this up. Okay, whether it's reading a book, listening to music, sleeping, sometimes even like me, staying away from every single person, and think deeply in your thoughts. It can help in FOMO very times. Like what is FOMO? It's actually a phenomenon that many of us experience, and you feel that I haven't attended social event or social party, and now then you feel down from others. Like you can do that, as I said, whether it's reading a book, and try to think that why are you feeling this way. Take a moment to reflect that why are you feeling this way, and try to challenge your negative thoughts that may be fueling your anxiety. How we can build this impact, like try to focus on yourself and try to think that not to feel this way, and make yourself more positive. And yeah, that's it.
All right, thanks.
If you talk about the history of the word spirituality, it was first used in the religion Christianity, which was basically being connected to the Holy Spirit. But over the years, people have added a lot more to the word spirituality. It is not just about connecting to God or your beliefs. It has got the meaning, some philosophical meanings too. It is about finding the true meanings of life, finding your purpose in this world, finding what you are, finding what you want. And it is just not related to the God, or the it is just not a religious meaning to itself. It is a lot more than that. For me personally, spirituality has always been about finding positivity and asking questions, being curious to know about the world that we live in. And spirituality has taught me a lot of things. It has taught me to be positive, no matter what comes in my way, no matter what consequences I have to face, no matter what hurdles I have in front of me lying. But what I need to do in the moment, that I need to be positive, that I need to look for a better outcome, a better output of the problem. I need to face it, and for that I need to be positive, and for that I need to have realistic experiences, and I need to create my surroundings as I want to. I want to add positive people in my surroundings, which would in turn help me be a positive person at the end of the day. And spirituality has, it is not just about uh, having your thoughts, believing into something, coercing yourself into believing what others believe. Spirituality is one's own individual faith, and it is just about living your life and finding the meanings of your life, helping people, and just be a good human.
Kunal and I, we both are on the same page. As he mentioned about the definition of spirituality, I would like to convey my message in very simple meaning. what is the spirituality? I would say that when you sit in a corner or in a very quiet place, that is spirituality in my meaning or in my word. There are many vast definition with a difficult word, but when you go for the conclusion, that conclusion is this: when you are talking to yourself, that is spirituality. There are the many conflicts about the spirituality and religion. People mix up these two words, but I would say that both are very different to each other. Spirituality is very big thing, and religion is a part of that. Why religion a part of spirituality? Because somewhere, just because of the through the religion we can do spirituality. Because in religion, what we are doing, we are we are listening devotional song, we are worshipping. Somewhere whenever we worship in our temple, at our home, what we don't worship with a crowd. Whenever we are worship the idol of any deity, on that time we are alone. At that time we are talking to God, we are asking our wish: please God, fulfill my this thing, please forgive me. Such kind of thing we are asking to God. On that time, at that place, you are alone. So it means you're talking to yourself, or you are thinking that a person who is listening to you. So that thing is spirituality according to me, and that is why religion came into spirituality, and that's why they mix up. But whenever you are in my point of view, whenever you are doing alone, that is spirituality. And whenever you are doing any yoga, meditation, and you are sitting very quiet with crowded people, and they are sitting in a queue, it means that is religious spirituality. Means where you are doing anything, you are talking to yourself with crowd. So that is that is religious spirituality. And what are the benefits of spirituality is that whenever you talk with yourself now, it means you are realizing about your worth. If I talk about the today generation, what the first thoughts come in everybody's mind: I am not doing anything. Why I am here? What is the value of mine? The people who are the same age of mine, they are getting success in their life. They are doing very great. Whenever we are scrolling our Instagram and Facebook, we are getting their pictures. They are enjoying. They are going to hill station, and we feel jealousy there. At that time, whenever you connected with your own self, then you started getting your answers. No, whatever you are doing, that is right. Those people are enjoying their life in their own way, but I am enjoying my life my own way. I think I have to do hard work right now. After this hard work, this era, this time, I'll enjoy my after this time. So somewhere it means with the spirituality, somewhere we are getting our own value. Mental health means depression is very common disease, I would say, disease or problem which we all are facing right now. So just because of the spirituality, the depression may be decreased, and with that, somewhere there are so many more health problems. Because of that spirituality, they also may decrease.
Okay, as we all aware that what spirituality is, it's all about being self-aware. We also know that when you are self-aware and when you are aware about yourself, we always get the better future. We make ourselves more healthy and more strong even. Not by only physical health, but it also depends on our mental health. Everything is about our mental health. When we are mentally strong, we are able to achieve something in our life. Same like that, spirituality gives us our positivity. It brings us positivity and our surrounding, it makes our surrounding more positive. Because talking about a person who is being depressed, who is in anxiety, and who is very much criticizing his or herself, on that time, he or she needs to be spiritual. How? You can be spiritual by doing mindfulness. Mindfulness is the best way to be a spiritual, to believe in spirituality. Even when you're self-aware, you start in loving yourself. And self-love is the best example, and it's the best epitome which can actually help you to be strong in your life. We know that most of the time it happens that whenever we are stuck in any of the problem, in any of those obstacles, at that point of time, we started losing hopes. We started losing ourselves. But why? Because we are not self-aware. That how much a power we are having, how much a power we consist with ourselves to actually fight against that problem. Even most of the time it happens happens that when we are not self-aware, we started we started demotivating ourselves. Why are you demotivating? Because you are demotivating because you are not self-aware. If once you are going to be self-aware, you are going to rock the world even. And I would say that spirituality always gives you the positivity, and it always brings positive things in your life, and makes your beautiful and relationship more healthy and more fit too.
So, in my opinion, I truly connect spirituality with happiness. For the very first thing, we go to the temples. But why? What is the reason that we go to the temples? Just because happiness. We want someone that in our family everything goes well. Our parents live a happy life. We live a happy life. Our cousins, everyone have a happy life. So, in this world, we always ask for wealth. We always ask for prosperity. But why we are not having it? We are living in a 21st generation, and nowadays things like depression, things like people are so much depressed in their life. You will always go to someone and ask what's happening in your life. They will just start complaining. There are many things they will complain about, like they are actually living in a hell. Why? Because now people don't spend time with their family. They don't have the time to talk to their father or mother. They actually are just involved in social media. They have plenty of time to invest. They can invest 5 hours, 6 hours a day on a daily basis on their mobile phone. But if they were just starts to have a breakfast with their family, they simply avoid it. They simply say that I don't have time. Why? If you can go to a temple and do lots of ritual, but you don't have the time to sit with your parents. If we talk about before the 21st century, there were no technologies, there was no TV, there was not anything available, there wasn't a YouTube. So how do people, it was said that the life was people, there was so much happiness. Why? Because people actually used to sit with their parents. The ties were close. The people used to share their feeling. They don't used to just go to the temple. They actually share, they create bonds with them. They find God in their parents, because if we say that parents and the gods are similar, we always depend on God and we always depend on the parents. God are the ones that will give everything, and the parents are also everyone who actually give us. God also cares for us, and parents actually care. So if you actually want to be a spiritual, I would first like you to be happy.
Spirituality. So what I personally believe that it encourages people to have a better relationship with themselves, with others, and the unknown people. So there are the plenty of way to learn spirituality. So how we can learn spirituality? So from my point of view, that don't be afraid of unanswered question. Always find a way to answer the question, and don't be afraid of that I have to do something, and don't think that it will not happen with me. Because when you will think that if I can't do these things, so it's mean that you are not able to do that thing, because everything means you can do whatever you want to do in the world. If you want to know the answer of the thing, you can easily. And the second way is that practice. Why I'm saying this, that you should do the practice of a thing. When you will do these things, so you will get to know about the plenty of things, which will be a lucrative for yourself, for the other people. And the other things about the spirituality, what I personally believe, there are the some points regarding the spirituality. First, it's all about the faith. Always faith on yourself. Whatever you are doing and whatever you will do in your life, it will be good. You will get a good thing from these things. Generally, what people think that they don't have faith on themselves, that what they are doing. They have a suspect that it will be right or not. Because if you do the things, so you will get a one thing absolutely right. You will get to know about your things, where you are lacking and which point at which sector you are strong. And second is all about the efforts. We must respect our efforts and the other people efforts. Because generally what happens in our life that we don't respect other people efforts. But we should do these things. Always respect yourself and the other people. And the third and the foremost from my point of view, that concentration on a thing. One of the best way for concentrate yourself with the thing, it's a meditation. When you will do meditation on a regular basis, it will improve yourself. It will brush up yourself. Because generally what happens if we are doing study, so sometimes we are not able to do the study and we are not able to concentrate on a thing. We divert. But when we do meditation, when we will strong our mind that we have to concentrate on a thing, so it will be amazing for all of us. And because of these things, we will be able to get lots of things from people. And the third, that love. Love yourself, love the people, and love whosoever is means to whom you always stay. Because it is one of the best way to learn spirituality. Because it starts with the love. It starts with the love. So that's it from my point.
If we give a book to a person and a mobile phone full of internet or unlimited internet, if we ask him to sit in a room for 1 hour, what do you think, what will he do? Then definitely he or she will go for the use a mobile phone. That's the probability. And that's the reason that we must realize our own self that what the wrong we are doing in our life. If we can realize that where I am lacking, where I am not, what I am doing better in my life, what I am not. If we start getting about knowing, if we start knowing about ourselves, what the wrong I am doing in my life and what the right I am doing in my life, that it all things will help us to get to know about ourselves. That's the spirituality by doing the several things. There are several books we can read to know or to build up the spirituality in ourselves. First is the autobiography of a yogi. That this book is based on the spirituality. If we go and read it out, and this book will give us a hint that what to do, how to know about ourselves, where I am lacking, where I am not. And the another book is the subtle art of not giving a fuck. That if you read this book, this book will help you to realize yourself. That okay, that I am lacking here, these are the solutions, I can take actions over it. If I take these actions, I will solve this problem. And by reading book, we can learn lots of the things, we can develop the things which exist on this planet. But humans are into the mobile phone, into social media, we don't want to spend our time in the books. The steps or the actions which we can take or the habits which we can build to be the full of spirituality or know about ourselves. First, doing the meditation. If we do meditation throughout the day, once or twice in a day, and for 5 or 10 minutes, we start getting about ourselves. We start knowing about ourselves. Okay, that I am good in it. If I do some more hard work over it, if I put some more efforts on it, I will master in this skill. And where we don't want, because doing a meditation for 5 minutes, it's really a hectic schedule for each and every individual. Whosoever is going to start, they feel sitting for a 2 minute silently thinking about their breath, thinking about the thoughts, that nobody can do it in the starting. But if we take small steps, the timing that from 1 minute it will convert into an hour. The monks are doing it. They were not, they didn't master, and their mother born. Once they born, they were not good in it. They developed it, and as we humans, we can develop also. The step or the habit which we can build, at the journaling. If we journal the things, if we write down the things that I am lacking here, I am not improving here, I don't have good communication skills. Once you write it down, you start knowing about your faults, your flaws, where you are lacking. And once you know about yourself, you start improving. You start solving the half of the problem. That once we realize this is the problem I am lacking here, that half of the problem are solved. The rest, you just need to execute it. You just need to take actions over it. That's it from myself.
Well, my friends, whatever they said, I totally agree with them. They talked about the spirituality. So, spirituality is all about the knowing ourselves. And they talked very nicely what they have said. Those points were very quite relevant to the spirituality. But the things they have said towards that, how they can learn the spirituality, as through meditation, through gathering the people, by reading books, by even observing the things. So if you are lacking in some of the things, by knowing yourself, your limits, you can develop the skill which can be help you in the future. But if you are just focusing on spirituality, then there are other things as well. In spirituality, the wisdom is here, the truth is here, the the happiness is here, as my friend said about the happiness. The things which I would like to mention here, that there are several aspects in our life on which we have to work. And if you know that where you have to work, then it would be better for you and it would be easy for you to knowing others as well. If you know your limits, then it would be better for you to live your life at the fullest, because you know your limits, you know where you have to push, you know where you have to work hard. If you don't know the limits, then you should go for spirituality. You should go for meditation. You should go for the things which would help you to work on yourself. So, at the last, if I conclude the things, then we should or we must go for the spirituality. We must go for the things which are surrounding with us, which are surrounding nearby us. So if you don't focus on the surrounding, then you cannot focus on your behavior, on yourself. As we know that it's all about knowing ourselves. So first know yourself, then go for the others. If you are making others correct, then first you should realize this thing, that are you correct or not? Are we correct or not? If you are wrong here, then you should first introspect yourself. Thank you.
So since until now we have discussed that there exists a preconceived notion that spirituality is synonymous to religion, but as we have discussed that it is totally different, like we all have discussed. So what exactly is spiritually? Like spiritually is when we know more about our own spirits. When we know more about our own spirits, we get to know our self-worth, and we can then follow some of the rules that can make our life better. This spirituality, when we perform, can make our lives better and can make our life better, and we can lead a more happy and a successful lifestyle. So spirituality is amplified with the use of faith and emotions. When we use our faith and emotions to believe that something is true and something that we want can be achieved by us, this happens because like many of the greatest philosophers like Joe Dispenza, Rhonda Byrne, and many others have written their famous books, and these books teaches us how can we use the power of spirituality to transform our life and get the deeds done in our way. Like we all want to live a desireful life that is full of our aspirations and desires. So once we know how to harness the power of this spirituality, we can make our lifestyles better and make the things work out in our way. So we know that spirituality is a wonderful phenomena that exists in this world, and once we know the secrets of this spirituality, we can undergo many of the phenomena changes that can help and change our life into a better perspective. Spirituality also gives us a better notions and perspective to lead a wonderful life of our dreams and desires. Thank you.
To conclude the entire discussion, I would like to say that spirituality does not have to come from coercion or persuasion. It has to come from your own heart and your own thoughts. It has to be your own belief and your own faith. So stay happy and keep others happy too. That is spirituality for me. Thank you so much.
I could see very keenly that you people went so deep inside the topic, as the spirituality inside spirituality is a very deep topic to discuss about, because it's all associated with all our lives. As we have always seen, our life is better described by ourselves only. We know ourselves better than anyone else, right? So these are some of the phenomena you can say curated by spirituality. So spirituality is all around us, it's all inside us, and it's all about us, right? Right. So thank you so much everybody for being the part of this discussion, and I really loved it, enjoyed it, and thank you so much for being the part of Bar English Academy. And to all of you, thank you so much for being with us right there in this video, and now we'll see you in the next video. Sure. Bye-bye.